Many people who are interested in studying with the Awakening Coaching Institute are interested to know what kind of clients do our existing trained coaches attract? What is our clientele? Most of the people who are interested to be clients in an Awakening coaching relationship are professionals, very often with a role of leadership, either professionally or within their community. So myself, as well as my colleagues and the people I've trained, we coach business leaders, we coach doctors, we coach psychotherapists, we coach lawyers, we coach all kinds of people who are recognizing that the old modality of business as usual is no longer working, and that the rapid shifts in today's external business environment also requires shifts in the internal environment of today's professional. Many times the kind of people we coach have reached some sort of a brick wall in their professional life. Sometimes this is financial. They've had some sort of a breakdown of their capacity to earn income in the way they used to. Sometimes it's more emotional, or even you could say spiritual, in the sense that they've lost motivation or they've lost belief in the modality they were used to. By and large, unless someone has reached some sort of a coming to the edge of a precipice, they're not going to be interested in the kind of radical approach that we take. But when someone has come to explore the limits of what they're capable of on their own, then Awakening Coaching can be a very rewarding relationship indeed. The relationship generally lasts, between a coach and a client, generally lasts for the period of a contract, which is for the most part going to be 8 weeks. An 8-week contract involves 5 longer sessions, which are done mostly over the phone, but sometimes if your client is local, they can be done in person. The sessions are done on every 2 weeks. So there's an initial session at the beginning of the relationship, then one after 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, and the final session happens after 8 weeks. During these 5 sessions, the coach will practice the kind of skills with their client that have been described elsewhere on the site. These are practicing radical awakening, which means guiding the client into expansive consciousness beyond their usual preoccupations of the mind. Radical releasing, which means releasing the contractions which usually inhibit resting in that expansive consciousness, and guiding the client into specific practices which can help them to embody that awakening in day-to-day life, as well as the practice of spontaneous creation, which allows the client to recreate a new kind of reality from the inside out. The relationship between coach and client is very intensive. So I tell my clients, for example, if you take me on as your coach, you're going to have me in your life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the 8 weeks. Although we do sessions, longer sessions every 2 weeks, the coach and client have an intensive relationship where the client will send reports to their coach by email. The reports are usually between 3 sentences and several paragraphs every day, reporting upon how the practices and the techniques which the coach has introduced to the client are working out in their day-to-day life. At the beginning of the coaching relationship, we set up a number of objectives, specific habits which we want to see cleared up during the 8-week period, specific objectives we want to reach. Sometimes these are financial, sometimes they are in terms of the way we relate to other people. By and large, we see a very high proportion of these objectives are met during the 8-week relationship. Most people who are interested in taking our courses want to know what they can earn from this kind of coaching. And so the average price, which our coaches are charging currently, is about $1,500 for an 8-week relationship with a client. So this includes the 5 sessions, reading and reviewing email reports every day, and if necessary, responding to the client with short phone calls to tweak the practices between these regular sessions. The fees for this kind of relationship range between $1,500 and $3,000. And if you are interested in becoming a professional awakening coach full-time, you can probably take on about 20 to 40 clients at a time. So during an 8-week relationship, you can probably manage to monitor 20 to 40 clients at a time. Some people will do less, but then their coaching practice will probably be part-time. It's important to understand, if you're interested in training as an awakening coach, that you will be self-employed. Not only self-employed, but it is also up to you to get out and meet people and talk to people about this kind of work, and to introduce the possibilities of awakening coaching to potential clients. We do provide support, both in terms of marketing skills and training, but also in terms of client referrals, which we make from our sister organization, the Awakening Leadership Institute. Hopefully that covers most of the pressing questions you might have about the kind of clients you would work with and the kind of relationship you would enter into with them.